Bps Rps live Twitter, YouTube, August 1st, 2021, Sunday night. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Weekend's winding up. Phillies put a display on, an offensive display on. 15 runs against the hapless Pittsburgh Pirates. Kyle Gibson pitched a rather solid game. I think he went 6 innings, 2 runs. I think I can do probably 6 innings, 4 runs against the Pirates. So, but it's exciting. They did get a victory. Real Muto had a lot of hits, and they supposedly had a players' meeting where they said they have to get out and have fun again. Oh no, baseball's not supposed to be fun. Ask Billy Bean. But if that's what they got to tell themselves, I'm all for it. As they make the push to the playoffs, they're all in. It's no. Yo, I heard there was a video with Spencer Howard trying to keep a straight face about his time in Philadelphia. I got to watch that. It's only like a minute or so. I'll retweet it if you didn't see it. I'd love to see what he had to say. Mike returned from his vacation. Hope it went well. Hope you had a good time down there. There's fudge down there. Saltwater taffies. Mr. Peanut's supposedly down there somewhere. He's the only mascot whose leg I like to sweep. I'm actually going to issue a challenge to you, Mr. Peanut, if you're watching. Tournament, first one to 3 points. You and I. You're the only mascot I'm ever going to challenge. But I'm not going to bully you like Tommy Lasorda did to the Fanatic. I'm not going to be like that. We'll have a straight duel, mano y mano. Mr. Peanut versus Bps. Today, 1967, Greg Jeffries was born. Turns 54 today. Got a bunch of Jeffries cards, but it's not a Jeffries night because there's no 87 Topps card made of him. But I like that. He's Sensei Kreese said that in the original movie to Mr. Miyagi. Then he says, I like that to Daniel LaRusso's wife right before she slapped him in Cobra Kai season 3. But yeah, I want to maybe we can get somebody making 87 Topps Greg Jeffries card. Hint, Obi. And then we can erect him next August 1st because just of the great things he did. But we can't erect him this year. But we can do. I hit that line up with Mini Bps today. King M said, "Is that understood?" I hit that up on King Mini Bps today. Explain to do your homework. That understood. He didn't say yes, Sensei. Basically just brushed me off and walked away, but still the intent was there. Trivia prize. Greg Jeffries, 88 Fleer. Jason Stanridge, original autograph. I think. David Robinson, all-star card. Michael Jordan, all-star card. And then remember, we just discovered these. They're about 30 years old. We just discovered them about a month ago. The Grand Slammer subset, insert set from Donruss to Canseco and David Robinson rookie card. Trivia question. Don't type the answer. Retweet it. Who was born today in 1967? Turns 54 today. Real Muto had a solid day. Yeah, Mike. 5 hits, 5 for 6, 3 doubles. They really went off on the Pirates pitching staff. The goals, Greg Jeffries. I'm going to get right to it. We're going to get Greg Jeffries. I don't have any today in baseball. I only went up to July 31st. I have time to do August. So tomorrow. But Jeffrey's birthday transcends today in baseball. Jesse Barfield. He was a pretty good outfielder. Toronto. I think it was on Anaheim after Toronto. 30 home run hitter. Had a lot of power. We got him last night. The Blizzard of Oz. Black Sabbath lead singer. Ozzie Smith. Jose Cruz. He was an okay player. Played for the Cardinals. I don't remember him playing for the Cardinals the first 4 years. Many years with the Astros. And Nick Saski, he was a good player for the Reds. Then he signed with the Red Sox and got vertigo. He was out for the year. His career was never the same after that. Here's our old friend Moose Haas. Benji, we know you're a big Moose Haas fan. He held the record for most strikeouts in a game by a Brewers pitcher. Moose Haas. Great name. Ron Oster. He was like your typical 80s middle infielder, good defense, bad bat. Great moments in baseball. Forbes Field, October 13th, 1960. All right, let's think. Forbes Field, I think, was the home of the Pirates. October, so it was probably a World Series game. 1960. Bill Mazeroski's in my head. Maz Homer stuns Yanks. Thanks to Jeffrey C. Look at this piece. It's state-of-the-art magnifying glass. That's better. The Yankees and Pirates were tied at 3 games apiece. Wow, it was a game 7. Blah, blah, blah. Bill Mazeroski led off the bottom of the 9th for a home run off of Ralph Terry. We put the batteries in today. Works perfectly. I can't tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I can tell you what happened on October 13th, 1960. Steve Buechele, he was an okay hitter with the Rangers, the third base player. Joe Sambito, jobber. Oh, Danny Cox. He's a great guy. I don't know what he did that was so great, but Joey Cora, isn't he the manager of the Red Sox now? It's either him or Alex. One of them was the disgraced, something to do with the Houston cheating organization. Ricky Horton, he was part of the Rock and Roll Express with Robert Gibson. Or was it Kyle Gibson? Oh, this is an insert. Wow, this is nice. I don't think I've ever seen one of these cards. 1976 Orioles, Reggie Jackson. I think this is one of those rare cards. It's a salute to Reggie. I've never seen this. Steve Oniveros. He was a Philly at one point. Innings eater type. Jeff Russell, he was traded for Jose Canseco. That tells you how good of a closer he was. Ivan Calderon, he had a couple good years. He's more like a 2020 kind of guy, I think. 28 home runs last year. 10 stolen bases. I thought he stole more than that. Les Lancaster. Sort of looks like Greg Maddux there. And Doyle Alexander, who may or may not have been traded for John Smoltz. So from there, we're going to go to hoops. We all know the goal is Mark Jackson. Jeff and I had a nice conversation about these packs. We're still shocked they're still around. How many of these did they make? We all know why we went to Mark Jackson. It's got the Menendez brothers in the background. Alvin Robertson, he was a really good player for the Bucks. He had a lot of triple doubles. I think he had a quadruple double once. We should get a census taker. Find out how many packs were made of hoops in '89. Magic Johnson, Irvin Johnson Jr., one of the finest basketball players ever. Followed up by one of the shortest basketball players ever, Muggsy Bogues. His real name was Tyrone Bogues. 5'3". I'm like 5'6", 5'7". I tower over him. He was a good player. Jim Paxson. I forgot he was on the Celtics. He had a lot of big shots for the Bulls in their three-peats. Jim Paxson. Was it? No, was it John? John Paxson was the Bull, right? You don't see that often. 4 strikeouts in 1 inning. Shane McClanahan. What's he on the? He's on the Rays, right? He went from the Cardinals to the Rays, I think. Or am I confusing him with Liberatore? Sam Vincent. He was a Bull at one point. Now he's on the Magic playing the Bulls. Wow. Raise up. Ring the bell. Randy Brewer and Mark Akers. It's like the same player. Probably centers. Yeah, 2 centers. Probably average about 4 points a game and 6 rebounds. 4.5 points. 431 rebounds in 80 games. It's about 5.5 rebounds. The other guy, 8.5 points, about 5 rebounds a game. Did the Union lose? Jim Lynam, he was a former Sixer coach. On here, he was coaching the Sixers. I think he still announces for them. Will Perdue, one of the only basketball players whose name is a question. Will Perdue. Yeah, the pandemic crew is a bunch of jinxes. They really are. They were at Jersey Shore watching the Blue Claws play a couple weeks ago, and I looked up the box score the next day, and the Blue Claws lost. And ever since they started going to the park last year, the Phillies missed the playoffs. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I'm 0-1 this year in games I've attended. But it's a small sample size. Larry Smith. Don Nelson. He coached a long time. Milwaukee for like 10 years, then Golden State. AC Green. I think he's blocking Barkley. Can't tell. There's no basketball in there. Maybe it's just like role playing. Purvis Short, Sam Mitchell, and Christian Welp. But I think it's pronounced Velp. That sucked. I don't think this Mark Jackson card exists. Sort of like Michael Knight. 03. Tops. 18 years old. I don't know. We were looking for Larry Walker. Jason LaRue. These are all jazzed up. So he was an okay catcher. The Union tied. See? They would have avoided the game. The Union would have won. Todd Zeal on the Rockies. How many home runs did he hit out there? He was on the Rockies last year. He had 18 home runs, 87 RBIs, 273 average. He was a good catcher coming up. Pokey Reese. He was a goalie for the Winnipeg Jets. Jake Gibbons. Carlos Guillen. He was traded for Randy Johnson. Wow, Ramon Ortiz. He's a pitcher for the Angels. I think he pitched for the Giants. It's a really bad pack. Ramiro Mendoza. He was like an 8th-inning guy for the Yankees. Here you go, Adrian Beltre on the Dodgers. That's pretty nice. He had like 49 home runs in his final year with the Dodgers, then signed with the Mariners. This is rare. Ichiro. And it just has his first name. I gotta think he's the only player who just has his first name on a baseball card. It's the second year card. It's even better. All right, let's see what he did his rookie year. His rookie year, he batted 350, led the league there, led the league with 56 steals, 242 hits. Wow. 34 doubles, 8 triples, 127 runs. God, that was phenomenal. But for those who say we should include his hits when he played overseas for his total, Pete Rose said they should count his high school hits. I think credit Jeff for that. Greg Vaughn, he was a good player. He had some good power numbers. Lance Berkman, it's a playing card. It's like a throwback. I didn't know they did throwbacks back in 03. This harkens back to, I think, like 51 tops. Pretty nice. And then season highlights, Jason Giambi on the Yankees. Pavetta is dealing, playing the Rays. He-Man Chui. Nice. That's a good name. I like that name. This is a 70s pack. This is the gum. It's individually wrapped. Staying away from it tonight. Wow, Bill Buckner on the Dodgers. Pretty sharp. There's no legs for the ball to roll through. Darrell Evans. You ever open a Darrell Evans card? It's like usually 87 tops, 89 tops, and he looks like he's 100 years old. This is his rookie. Look how much younger he looks, like 20 years before. Yeah, Buckner, that was his rookie. Buckner's rookie was 70. Wow, he also played about 20 years. These are two straight nice cards. Bert Blyleven and Dave Immaculate Concepcion. I love these are the 71 tops. Love these the style of those. Oh, here's another one. George Foster. I never knew he was on the Giants. George Foster, he had like 52 home runs with the Cubs in 78 or 79. Can't look on the back to confirm it. Bobby Grich. Billy Martin like Bobby Grich, but he didn't sign with the Yankees. I never knew he was an Oriole either. And then, wow, rookie Ron Say. He was on the rookie card with Mike Schmidt. And speaking of Mike Schmidt, here's his fellow, I guess you could say Bash brother, Greg Luzinski. Greg Luzinski actually owns Bull's Barbecue at Citizens Bank Park. They sell like ribs, stuff like that. And he's outside in a little stand. It's like a cage. They don't let him out like he's a dog. And he signs autographs for anybody who approaches him. Awesome guy. Yeah. Did you see what he tweeted the other night? He said, I don't talk much, but Vinny Velasquez has got to go. He did. Good for him. Final pack is Top Series 2 2021. Oh, how about Tatis? Hurt his shoulder again. He's on the DL. That's a blow for the Padres. Can't think of a goal. A retired player. Noah Syndergaard. He hasn't pitched all year this year. He's as close to retired as we could get. He deserved. That's a shame. Such an exciting player. Steve Cishek. I never knew he pitched sidearm. Good reliever for like holds. Carlos Martinez, he's out for the year. He's definitely going to miss the playoffs. Probably, even if he was healthy, his team will probably miss the playoffs. Sandy Alcantara, I think he had 9 strikeouts today against the Yankees. How old is he? I got him in a league or two. Somebody was asking about him. He was born in 95. So he's 26. I think we got to hold on to him. Danny Jansen, jobber catcher. Kyle Tucker, he's having a pretty good year for the Astros. The Cheaters, I'm sorry. He was highly touted coming up. Jason Kipnis, he's as close to retired as we can get. He didn't. I don't think he made the Cubs where he made the Cubs out of spring training. He had like 1 hit and about 700 at bats for them the first week, and I think they cut him. Ryan McBroom, but for our purposes, it's McBoom. Great name. Oh wow! Speaking of Tatis, this one of the 70 years of Topps card. Look at that. It's the style of the '89 set. Awesome card. We wish him a speedy recovery. What about speaking of speedy recovery? Any update on Daniel Brito, Phillies prospect? Supposedly, they were thinking he had a seizure on the field last night, and he was taken out on an ambulance. Our hopes, are best to him. They canceled the games. It's a doubleheader. McCutchen, hey, I think he went for an MRI today. He was hurt. Garrett Cooper, he was placed in the DL 2 days ago. I don't know if he's out for the year, but the Marlins lost their opportunity to trade him. Brett Phillips flying, we're declaring himself safe. This goes on the badass binder on their players who are performing the duties of an umpire. And the final 2 cards, Jeff Marges, he still didn't sign with the team. Yo, how about the Phillies sign him? Work him out like they're doing the Cole Hamels. Sign Samardzija and Hamels. And then the Orioles, it says, hold me back, bro. Walk-off hijinks. Why are they going to hold them back? From what? Hold them back? They don't have masks on? What's going on with this card? That's exactly it. That's exactly what it would be. They don't have the prospects to buy elsewhere, so they have to sign 40-year-old pitchers over the hill kind of guys. Build some kind of excitement for the fan base. All right, that's all I got tonight, fellas. We got the trivia prizes here. I think this is one of the best sets of trivia prizes we have ever had. Whose birthday today? Who was born in 1967 and played an amazing part for the Mets and is one of the greatest 401k pieces ever. Don't type the answer retweet at the end of the broadcast. So thank you all for joining. Hope everybody had a great weekend. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a good night.